Solomon here. Welcome to the show. It's January 2024, the 29th, Monday. We're going into Tuesday. It's my overnight shift. I'm just starting out work. I look crusty as hell. I just woke up and hopped out of bed. And, yeah, here we are. Another recording session featuring me. And some bright lights. We all think we're free until we see the red, white, and blue behind us. Anyways, I'm at work. And let's see over there at school. The infrastructure never changes. The hospital never changes. The offices and whatever rarely ever change. 10, 20 years can go by, you'll see the same spiel. I mean, you just have to spend money locally. Nothing's going to change. The investments that you invest in isn't really going to change your life that much. I picked up the book The Outliers, and I'm reading about it, and it's just like the poor kids, they always take the summer off to just jerk around, go outside, watch TV at home. The mom, probably single mom, is working at home. That's what happened to me. The TV, video games, and I wasn't forced to read books. Maybe we had one book to read for middle school, and then high school, just a bunch of crap, for honors or AP history or biology, and it's just like environmental science, just like these classes don't matter unless you get a 5 or a 4 on the AP test, which will translate to 3 credits. And everyone's appears to look like they know what they're doing, but in reality, not really. No one really knows what they want to do. Why? Because you never saw the in-demand job work list on the unemployment list. Shit. Reality check. Does the guidance counselor know about this shit? No, they don't. They don't give a fuck. Damn. Oh, maybe you should go study STEM or be an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer. That does not work for everyone. There are plenty of jobs where you can make 6 figures that are in demand. UPS truck driver, How many adults here have a government job and drive for Uber on the side? It's just like, why are they spewing out this outdated information? And essentially, I come across random articles online, saying why kids are so dumb these days. And everyone knows, all the instant gratification on the iPad, on the cell phones and stuff, Instagram, TikTok, that, trains the brain to lose focus, to overindulge in cheap dopamine. You basically, raise the kids on, with dopamine dealers. You've been hijacked, bitch. Your kids' minds have been hijacked by electronics. They're no longer able to sit down and read. Just shut the fuck up, sit down and read. They can no longer do that. They don't have that skill set. A large percentage of them don't have that skill set unless they're born some kind of nerd, or some kind of high IQ or high aptitude or something, or an outlier kid or genius kid. Their brain is fried, or just hooked on, dopamine hits. each class is about 40 minutes long, 45 minutes. So you have to sit down and take a test. And when you've been like playing all these random ass games and watching, 10 minute clips on like TikTok and YouTube shorts, guess what? Short attention span. You can't sit down for 45 minutes and take a test. You don't have the proper skills. You don't have the skill set. You don't have the habit. And that's very dangerous. Everyone's always like, I want my kid to succeed, and you got the helicopter parents. You're either a helicopter parent or you just don't give a fuck. As for me, I don't give a fuck. I know about things, but I just don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna be a special ed teacher. I'm not gonna be someone's parent. Fuck that shit. And Marcus Aurelius says, if you're not part of the solution and you know what's going on and you're not doing anything, then you're a part of the problem. So, I don't want to give a fuck. Why should I give a fuck? I don't know. I'm not the dad. Again, I keep saying this. I'm not the dad. An angry mom who's possessive and just cares about too much, has too much on her plate, that's her thing. That's her thing, I'm not the mom. I'm not the dad, I'm not Chad or Tyrone, and and shit. You probably, why should I introduce myself into the system? I don't know. Nor do I want to. But then you have YouTubers, self-help YouTubers, they're not the dad either, and they're, I guess, grooming or coaching or training, their audience. That's called leadership. A leadership role. And they don't know us interpersonally. They're just doing it for the masses. So it always comes back to this hour. What are we all doing? What are we all doing here? There's a school, there's offices, there's, are we just doomed to live a life of mediocrity? Yeah. Unless you have your own, like, private apartment or, little office for yourself or little mom and pop store. You basically belong to some, industry. Unless you can come up with your own product to sell, you're going to be selling the product of other people, which is okay. They take care of your W-2 form. I just got mine in the mail. And that's what it ultimately comes down to. Through social engineering, social validation, one day your kid's going to, outage the program, the school. Where are they going to go? Unless the school system created an individual that can create their own products that are sellable, then that kid is going to have to latch onto some other program, some kind of industry. Understand? They're fucking trapped in the matrix unless they themselves can fucking make their own product line, brand, personal brand, market themselves, get people to buy things. And that's what it is. And that's what Wall Street is about. Those companies were once someone's ideas, someone's inventions, and then they became industry, like McDonald's, Starbucks. You had to start somewhere, but for every Starbucks, there's probably 1,000 failed coffee shops, or they just remained as mom and pop coffee shop and never made it to small cap or mid cap or anything along those lines. So what is the solution to all this? Maybe there isn't one. Maybe we're all just doomed to live a long life of mediocrity of work, and that's the highlight of our day. Just being in some kind of institution or some kind of program. We do our 8 hours or whatever, and that's it. And then you go home, and then, your kid has to suffer the same goddamn life. Because no one has the solution to being a content creator. Making their own product. Being reaching self-actualization. There are a few outliers, and a lot of those kinds of people are like starving artists, either music or, arts and crafts, painting, sculpting. You just don't have too many artists around. You don't have a lot of outliers. That's fine. Oh, that's fine. Just live in the world of mediocrity. Welcome to the world of mediocrity. I'm not gonna lie to you. You have a car. Back then you could buy a home or a condo. Now you're just probably going to be able to rent. And after that stage, pure homelessness. But whatever, no one wanted Trump to continue his warpath, and now we have the Russian-Ukrainian war, Palestine versus Israel war. Now China's in shambles. I don't know. North Korea's getting nuke happy. Quite frankly, this is just unbearable to be like some kind of king of the earth or something. To have this kind of awareness. I believe there was one God in Shazam, Atlas. He had all these computer monitors hooked up to him, and he tells young Billy, "You can't handle this shit." Because he was one of the gods responsible for what's going on the earth. And he's just like, "You can't handle this shit." I don't think anyone can handle this shit. Welcome to this place that no one can handle this shit. I don't know. I'm just gonna take some more blue pill and remain ignorant of what goes on in the world, because I clearly I don't give a fuck. I already know this about me. In comparison, to typical Asian households, the mom and the dad is normally overbearing, and even more overbearing. Did I forget to mention overbearing? So they care about every single little detail. The shoes, do you wear them in the house? They care about the refrigerator. They care about the bed sheets. They care about the washing machine. I don't know. If that's all you have in life, then so be it. And then there's me. People like me. One day I'll just be some crusty ass, overbearing Asian parent. Being the king of mediocrity. Worrying about my laundry. My cooking. Ugh. Thank God I don't have kids. I don't know. I don't want to be some overbearing Asian parent if I had the choice not to. Yeah, and I know everything upsets you. The way someone eats upsets you. The way men look at you upsets you. You know, this girl upsets you because she's too pretty. That girl upsets you because her butt's is bigger than yours. Like your bust size bigger. She's prettier than you. It's like every little thing bothers you, which upsets me that you're upset because you can't be happy. So no one can make you happy unless it's you. So my job is to not give a fuck. My solution is to not give a fuck. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to not give a fuck, because there's only so much emotional and mental bandwidth you have in the day, and don't spend it on giving a fuck. Peace out. See you in the next one.